Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for another full body workout. And we started off with back squats, and one of the things I've noted, a couple things, I said I'm gonna start training to failure again like I used to way back in the day. I've also noted, because I've done very little leg volume, I've cut the leg volume during this cut and I'm doing tons of cardio, my squat's been regressing, my upper body stuff has been great. So it's like I need to up the squat volume. So I'm going to do 3 sets of squats every workout now. So we're going to bring it up to 9. My squat should come back up. I feel like my legs are not happy about all of it. But, again, we're doing what we have to do to get leaner. But I do feel like we need to be doing more total squatting. It'll probably kick some muscle memory back in spite of the deficit. Legs should fill back out a little bit. Obviously, I still need to really hammer biceps, need to come up a lot. So what I'm doing is just taking the sets to failure, right? The squatting, benching, everything. I'm just going until I hit the pins and then just reloading the bar. So I'm stripping the bar down, reloading it, and putting it back up. So yeah, I mean, the squat is definitely down a hair because even that one set the other day was 30 pounds heavier than this for 4. So I'm getting 5. So again, I feel like, again, adding more total squat volume back in will bring it back up in spite of the cutting because I know how my body responds. And again, the same idea. If the legs go back into a bit of an anabolic state, more calorie burn, keep it pushing. And I'm just going to stick to all my basic stuff because we're at a point in the cut where, again, all the fasted cardio, all this stuff is going pretty hard. So at this point, if I can preserve muscle, hit certain things on muscle memory, we're good. I think I want to try to push biceps hard though. And they may not grow. I've had people say, look, it's much cardio as you're doing, where your calories are at, you can't expect them to grow. But it doesn't mean we're not going to try. So the squatting felt good. Here's the thing, like I don't feel just really fatigued from this. People are like, squats and deadlifts to failure, you're not going to recover. But I feel fine. I feel perfectly fine. I did 2 hours of fasted cardio already. I still haven't eaten. I'm voicing this over, and everything's good. So again, I just took these deep squats, kind of as deep as I could get them with a slightly wider stance. I want to work on seeing if I can get that a little deeper, but I just kind of dropped to what was comfortable on this, but at least it's to depth. And then we hit failure. So again, no belt on the bench here because why? I'm going to take it to the pins and it's a pain in the butt. So what I did, 275, because I know this is right about, I want to keep most of this stuff around 5 to 8 reps. Some of it can go a little higher. Some stuff can go higher, definitely curls and other stuff. But on the bench, I had to adjust the pins on after this first set. I was tapping it, so I'm not sinking quite as hard on the first set. But we got 6 reps and then we failed. It came down on the 7th, sticks on the chest. And so once we get there, then I just roll it down and get up. So I lowered the pins though a little bit because you notice how close that is. It's a little bit close. Although it was pretty easy to roll the bar down, which it worked just fine on the second and the third set also. But again, also I didn't whoosh today. I thought I might whoosh. And I'll get some pictures of that lower back. I took some I can put up. It's all tightening up. But it's going to take time. So again, I'm going to have to just keep cutting. So again, on this stuff, we just took it to failure. And I used to train that way, and all the old school guys train that way. It's a different era. Like the whole concept of RPE, reps in reserve, is really a modern concept. All the old school guys, they just trained everything to failure all the time. If you think of the bronze, silver, golden era guys, they trained hard. Right? They trained hard. But the idea I think is fascinating. I replicated all my sets. I did all this stuff to failure, but all sets of my bench, the same thing. I was able to do dips. I was able to get my same reps, even though everything was taken to failure. It's kind of hard to tell on the pull-ups because you guys will know when I get there, I changed to a different style of pull-up for the third set. I am actually considering going to just chins though. Why? Because my back is still really wide, big V taper. It's not a weak link. I'm not going to lose back if I do chins. And I want to make sure the biceps get sufficient. I feel like the dips do a lot for my triceps. So that's something I noted before when people said my arms look the biggest. And even when I was younger, I used to live on dips. I wasn't doing any tricep isolation when everyone said on that one 2016 picture, like your arms were way bigger. I wasn't doing any curls either. I was just doing neutral grip pull-ups and dips for the most part, and then lots and lots of pressing. So my thoughts with some of that really are, let's just push bench and dips. I mean, I'm doing 3 sets of weighted dips to failure every workout. That's a lot of tricep work. I feel like I just need to keep pushing the biceps. Right, some of it I'm like, oh, my delts good, but I think as I get leaner, the delts will look bigger, because I know there's certain angles. I get to the deadlift, the delts look good. Same thing when I'm doing the dips. So really, at this point in the game, pushing arms in general, but definitely biceps as I continue to get leaner and leaner and get down towards 190. So really, guys, I probably plan on losing another 20 pounds of fat, to be fair, to really be where I need to be and have my waistline tight enough and to get everything where I want it. So I feel like I'll have the round delts and stuff by then, just with the lower body fat. But this is what I mean about my back, right? The deadlift's the same thing. I did 6 and then I failed the 7th rep, right? But my back is in a good place, my back is in a good place, right? So I could literally just go to chins and then do chin-ups. I think between the chin-ups and doing a set of deadlifts every workout to failure, my back will be fine. But I really could use the bicep work, get leaner, add more bicep. I think is really, really what needs to happen to be where I need to be. But the training to failure, this is different. It's fun. Obviously, we can't just do tons and tons of volume. And I think that's why a lot of people don't like to do it. They can't do as much volume. But it's like, do you need as much volume? Because here's the other thing. Those failed reps, we're still getting an eccentric rep on all those ones, right? So even the squat and the bench, that last eccentric rep is still challenging. So I decided to just do neutral grip also for 1 set. But notice I can't lock out at the bottom. That is like I'm trying to go into a dead hang. It's just funny. It's just the way my shoulder and everything and my arm line up, which is what it is. So I just did 1 set of neutral grip just to do it, just to change it up, to see how it felt, because I haven't done any in a while. Like, I just wanted to see how they feel. But I also impinged my shoulder once doing them, so I think my shoulders don't like them a lot. But I'm honestly thinking maybe just stick to chins. I've rotated chins and pull-ups a lot, back and forth. I do start to think maybe I should just focus on getting really strong at the full range weighted chins, like I've been doing, where I put my chin all the way over the bar and just do my barbell curls. The dips, though, by the way, what we did a little different. Messing around with the starting positions, and here's what I did today. I just started in the bottom position. I'm like, why try to jump up there? Just start from the deep position at the bottom, right? See what I mean with my back? My back is in a good place. So just start right from the bottom. And I still got 8 reps. And on the last couple sets, I'm like, let's see if I can get all the way to the lockout. If I want more tricep, I didn't look at the footage yet. I want to see on the 3rd set, I really tried to push, turning my torso up the way people do on a tricep to see if I could lock higher, and then coming all the way down into the forward lean. So it turns into kind of a swinging movement a little bit, but I'm like, I wonder if that will work better for even more tricep. So I actually didn't think to look when I clipped this footage, so I don't know how it looks yet. So we start into the forward lean, and then I'm trying to go all the way to the lock, which it looks like I think we're doing. So I think that's definitely going to be, again, the way to do those dips. Let's work the longest range of motion possible, go into the deepest stretch with a forward lean for the chest, and then try to bring the torso up at the top so that we lock the tricep. And it felt really good in those triceps, man, and the pecs. So again, I want to do a lot more of that and just push these dips, because dips have always done well for my triceps in the past, and they seem to be helping now. So again, barbell curls, I went up a little bit. I only got 8 reps on these and then failed the 9th rep each time. So I went up to 85 pounds. So again, just going to do some pretty strict barbell curls. And again, we come all the way up to the face, right? We come all the way to the face. But notice that with the left arm, I get people who are like, that's not compensation. That is literally as far as my left elbow locks. Like, it just doesn't do any more than that. And I don't know if it's always been that way or if it's due to that old bicep injury from way back in the day. It could be limiting some of that, but I see it on all my movements. So again, you guys can kind of see, I'm just kind of showing where the skin and everything is as we cut, just keeping it real. So a lot of this stuff, obviously, we're just kind of showing where it's at on the camera so that I can document it as I continue to strip down leaner. We can watch everything tighten up. I think it's a good way to document it real time for my audience while we continue to do this cut. I'm dedicated to just sticking it out. It's been coming along. Obviously, I could drop water if I dropped all the salt, but I've been adding so much salt because of the sweating and the outdoor cardio. But that's okay. I'm not worried about dropping any water around the waist or dropping sodium or carbs. Let's just lose fat and not worry and just hold the water, because it's going to help me have better workouts like this. It's going to keep me from cramping up. But overall, pretty happy with today's training. Obviously, I'd love the squats to be better, but I'm going to have to do the little bit of squat volume like I'm doing now to bring those back up. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.